probably honestly building. He's going for a walk. Let's get you down here too. Cannot build fence, missing 1 slate block. I don't see how we're missing slate blocks, but okay. I guess it's time to make a couple more of these. I'm gonna need a I'm gonna need one of these things in here too, which honestly I don't want to choke up the walkway, but I kind of like design wise didn't exactly like throw down this room for like practicality. It can honestly just maybe sit over there. It would reach almost all of them. That side would maybe do it. This side, you know, it should be able to do it. I can't put it there because of the fireplace. We could put it there. That cuts off the furthest table. Okay. What are you doing, Phoenix? Phoenix is in here now. I might be able to reach it there for the moment. What are you up to? That's so. Phoenix is coming in hot for pats. Hold on. Azula's like, what is this? It's, I don't usually have both of them up here. I have recently had both of the cats joining me up on the desk. It's been odd. Even Phoenix has checked out, like, the fuzzy donut and stuff when Azula hasn't been in it. What are you up to? I'm not sure what he's up to. I think he's just chilling. Hey, Troxo, mate. I know you're relaxing socially. You can't do a great deal of construction. What do we need for this? Mostly just 200 steel. Do I even have that much steel here? Yeah, no, we got like 4,000 steel here. Also, speaking of steel, can I get these animals? There might be food on this. This could be a bad thing to do, but there we go. My turrets have arrived. All right, let me start going and putting turrets around, I guess. I need to, sashes and a days. Should be fine. Actually, you know what? My mining crew has arrived too, now that I think about it. We have electric smithy. That would be for probably smelting stuff. I have my batteries. All right, let's temporarily get a couple of extra batteries up in here. I also still haven't put these underneath cover, which is probably why they blew in the rain the other day. So that's probably where that fire happened. Think about it. I've got another deep drill. I would love to be able to space these out if I could. I don't know. Yeah, no, we can fit that there. I've got a couple of deep drills here. Not a huge critical thing to have them put those up. I also have hospital beds, but I don't have the hospital built yet. This is supposed to be one of the hospitals, but I don't have that yet. Roof has collapsed due to it being too far away from support. Mel, I know how much you love mining, mate, but we really gotta, like, fix you up from, like, breaking shit down. I don't know how well that's gonna drop. I guess it's roof collapse because of that. Mel doesn't seem to be injured, so I'm not gonna fuck with that. But the other one, I'll wait. I'll wait to see how he goes with that, I guess. I don't want him to accidentally get crushed by it. There's a whole bunch of things on my map that I have that, like, they can go mining. Fibrous mechanoids. McPherson. McPherson's fine. As long as they're there, they're fine. Where is my prisoners on this map? All 4 of them are now captured. Fantastic. I find it really weird when I get, like, a bunch of prisoners again, because it's been a while. Like, this one's got, like, resistance 21. The 21's going to take me ages, and the 20's not going to help either. I'd like to separate them ASAP, but I don't have the space. Weeks is probably going off to clean dirt. Instead of doing that, can I get you to build that and then maybe work on the other one? Williams, did you auto-allocate to your husband wherever that bed is? Yes, you did. Good. Right. I don't have anything for you to cook, but if you can do cooking, you must be able to do on some level butchering, which will be peeling. So we will have peeling. There will be peeling to be done. Where's this links? All right. Okay, well, they should be fine to kind of leave unattended for the moment. Everybody's already picked a bed. This is kind of good. I don't know who does and doesn't have partners out of the ones over here. We'll find out. Now, is this the last of the animals? Does look like it. I don't really mind if there's a couple of animals that's still got stuff on them. There's a lot of stuff to bring in. I have one panther here. So all these things that are like outdoors, it's not the best for me. If I could just get these installed. I didn't consider the fact that wherever it's blue, it's going to be hard to see when I put stuff down. That's fine. I have a lot of turrets I want to put out. Even if I could get like a corner secured, that would be great. And my people have plenty to build. Once they've got like the extra benches built up and we're cutting apart the stone, I'm pretty sure my stone cutters are also miners. So we should be okay for that. I should have plenty of people able to do stuff. I don't know how many of the people I sent were like plant cutters. I'm pretty sure the majority of them were miners, with the view that I plan to have them on the deep drills. Also, this is gonna chew up the power super fast, but I think we could probably enable this ASAP. Boomerlight Revenge, come on, we're feeding them. Starlink and Ocelot. Shizuka's not gonna help, but oh, there's actually a couple of them getting attacked at once. Probably because you guys are all feeding them at once. Hold on a second. Can I just grab you guys? Get you guys up here for a sec. And the ones that are up here too. It's just over here. Because poor like Lumi and shit. It's not ideal. I'm trying to tame these fuckers. How dare they? Shizuka can just run away. She can't help us. Lumi can fight, but she's too close. I can't take them in like close range hand to hand, because if they blow up, they're gonna do a lot of damage. What's up, Azula? Is Phoenix howling in the distance? Alright, well, Lumi is down. Lumi's down in a bad way. She's got 19 hours. Ocelot's a really great gunner, but I can't get him far enough away. Williams, if I could get you guys to stand about here. Amiya, Nina, Stone. I think one of you has a gun. Nick has a gun. Amiya could go rescue, actually. Hold on. Go rescue. Just bring her back. Alright, Williams, maybe not that close, mate. Okay. Got a couple of people here. They should be alright. It's just going to cause a fire and I'm not going to get these animals, and it's a bit of a waste of whatever rice I might have given them. Alright, Williams, that was really close. Okay, so apart from Amiya doing the rescue, you guys go back to what you're doing. These boomalopes, or most of them died on explosion. There's a lynx up here. If I could just grab... Nina, have you got a gun? Yeah, you got a gun. Can you just quickly hunt that? I know you're having some chow. Troxo will eat that. Don't worry about it. But, I don't really want my people to be wasting time cleaning shit that they don't need to clean at the moment. Shoot frenzy. Lol. Okay, so all of this at the moment is not currently home. I know it's because I've got the grow space on it. That's fine. Whatever catches fire over there catches fire, okay? But all this, I don't need you guys to take care of this right this minute. I need you guys to really focus on, like, closer stuff to home. Like, all the way up there kind of thing. Probably not even this far over, honestly. Like, yeah, that's the grow rooms and stuff like that, or grow areas and stuff. They'll do stuff with it. But my main concern is, like, not having them waste their time cleaning shit that I don't need them cleaning. Because they will go clean stuff. Like, I don't need this done. I know we got a little grow room up here. There we go. Insulting spree. Yep. The other thing too is I don't have a animal hitching post yet. Let me have some drink too. Yeah, I don't have an animal hitching spot yet. Now, you guys, go back to what you're doing. Where is Lumi? She should be taken down here. How's her condition? 17 hours. She should be okay. Is that because it's raining? Yep. Kaboom in a second. There we go. Okay. We've got to put a little tiny roof just over this. Just for a little while, yeah? There, okay. Like, I could probably put a little roof down here and we could put a couple of extra batteries or whatever for the meantime. I think I'll probably fit a couple in here. Yeah. I don't need that to go kaboom all the time. Also, this should have a roof over it. Days. I'm guessing maybe this doesn't have a roof. It should be. It should be underground. But just in case it doesn't, they can close this all in. I don't really mind that I've got the couple of extra bits. We'll sort that out in a bit. Actually, hold on. Don't do that. Just ignore the roof there. They haven't built it yet. Alright. So, yeah, that's why we kept losing the power, as it kept going boom because no roof. But, can you... Instead of the roof... Are you building roof here? Yeah, you're building roof there. It's fine. I'm guessing Legrand might build all the roof here. Yeah. Okay, that works for me. The other thing too is the batteries that I brought, they would have had some level of power in them. It's a little bit unfortunate. Everybody here is pretty unhappy. And I think, instead of you, Legrand, can I get you to just pop that? Just make everybody a bit happier, because it's mostly the ones that have been in transit, that have been in battle. They'll make them feel a little bit better. I need somebody to be making slate blocks forever, but I also need somebody to be double timing the marble blocks at the moment. So now that I've got 3 of those, I should have enough people to be able to work on these benches. He's also doing that to help boost it. What do you do? You did construction, so I do think that this caravan was primarily mainly my construction people. I shouldn't have to worry if I've got 3 people working at these benches, you know, because the amount of people I've got here that can do construction, a huge amount of people that can do construction. There's a few people that can't, but they'll be the people that can do like the crafting and shit. Yeah, there's a couple of people that overlap with that. Stone overlaps with that, actually. That's really good. Alright, let's go quickly check on Lumi. Troxos is in a daze. Ocelot also got fucked up a bit. He got heat stroke. Is it really hot in here? Hold on. Let's just open that up. Let Amia go back to what she's doing. Somebody will open the door in a second. I don't want you guys to be heat stroking in here. It's 56 degrees. Holy crackers. Yeah, no, maybe open that door, crack a door, and like let it stay open for a while. Holy damn. Like that's comfortable. That's cold. Everything else is cold. I just gotta be careful with this room because it's what it is, kind of thing. I love to put a vent on it because I do think would stay ambiently warmer, and I do think that once I pop a roof over this whole area, it will be hot. I just don't know how hot for the area it's got, but I know it would keep them warm enough. Brutal outdoors. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping that I didn't send anybody that was, you know, the kind of person that likes to only be indoors out here, but I know a couple of them probably are. So it's not the best thing. They've got what they've got here. Let's see. Who has partners that I need to send? Rolf. Okay. I'll probably need to send Rolf over. Who else we got? I didn't think Rolf was still alive. Grim's already here. I sent you with your husband on purpose. Crucia isn't here. He's over at the other base. So Rolf, Crucia. Is that seriously a name? Rush Toy? Horrible. Yeah, no, most of them are just friends and stuff. Okay. Anybody else up here? Star? No, you don't have a partner. Okay, give or take maybe 1 or 2 people that I maybe didn't see. Because it's like whatever. But if I grab, where's a pod? Where's a pod that's got some fuel and nothing in it? I want to grab Rolf. Yeah. And Crucia. You. I need to send you two over to be with your wives. Although I don't have a double bed for you yet. I will make one. Because they'll get unhappy about this situation real quick. Let's send you some steel because that won't hurt. Alright. I'll just have to keep an eye on when those are ready to go. Like these components and steels, they're still loading in progress. That's not full. That's got nothing. Still loading in progress. Survival meals. Some of these I'll probably have to just send as they are because I don't have the resources. Although if they're pulling up steel right next to this will be a lot faster to send. That one's ready. Alright. Let's send over more steel. I don't really need to be throwing this inside. That can go outside. Survival meals. This one's rice and it looks like they've finally finished packing it. So, fuel. So let's throw that in here. Alright. That one's got nothing yet. It's loading in progress. That one's got nothing. That one's got steel. It's ready to go. Alright, let's chuck that outside the base. Yeah, I saw these ones had some fuel in it, but did they have all? That one doesn't. This one does, finally. Yeah, no. How much are we waiting on for that? A lot of rice. But we don't have it yet. So I would say we'd be waiting for that for a long time. We already have a lot of food in this. It's like half full, but I don't think I can like restock it. So I'm just going to send it as is because it's going to give him some rice. I know it's going to waste a bit of a pod and some fuel, but I'm going to get that out of there. So I think once we've got the marble blocks gone and the people, we should be good. Alright. Just got to remember to go check on it when we have the people. Whoop, don't go loading game, I'm trying to save. When the people are packed up, I'll go check on them and stuff. Rim, I'm pretty sure it does crafting too, so you do mining. I do have mining to do around the space. I just don't have that much mining to do yet. Like, I could definitely mine out more of this room. It would just give us more, like, granite and shit. Plus, I'm pretty sure we've got a central pillar here, so it's not like it's any kind of an issue. I also need to... What else we got to do? I've got them doing as much plant cutting as possible. So if there's wood to be had, we're getting wood. This is also not like a full-on like forever situation with this like layout and stuff. It's just what it is at the moment. I don't really like to play soccer that much. Where did that come from? I take it way too seriously. Look, a lot of people take a lot of sports very seriously. Job's in a fire starting spree, but that's okay. It depends on the person and or if it's like professional sports or not and stuff. Because like, yeah, a lot of the time when it comes to professional sports, a lot of people take it very seriously. Like a lot of people feel very invested in stuff like that. I personally don't watch sports. I used to play sports, do sports and shit, so I don't really enjoy watching it. But, I don't know. I kind of get the idea. It's like, you know, something you can find common ground with people pretty easy. In this day and age, there's not many sort of things where, you know, you can say, oh, did you watch this specific game recently or something like that, you know? Take cricket seriously. Well, I just imagine like chirps. Like some cricket chirps. Sorry. Anyway, terrible joke. Is this one allocated to move? Nah, it's not. Let's check this up here. We'll get some of the steel out of this spot. A moment. There we go. Alright, I'll move another one up here anyway. I haven't played sports. That's fair. I'm just not a team player. I'm much more likely to just like not give a shit or turn on my own team because like somebody's pissed me off than I am to actually like work as a team. it came to sports and stuff like that, a lot of the stuff I enjoyed doing was like solo stuff, like, you know, the weightlifting, bodybuilding stuff, you know, was more my jam. I too have tried like some sports for the purpose of like groups and stuff, but I tend to find like, I don't know, people just, I don't know. That's not where I want to build friendships kind of thing, you know? So I was thinking about what games I used to play as a kid. I just remember how much I don't like soccer. The thing is, like, I remember we do like sports days and shit at school, and it would kind of like, it'd give you a chance to get to see what kind of sports and stuff existed and what it was like to do something for a while. But like, I tended to find that unfortunately, like, all the kids that like actually played the sports all the time were like way too gung-ho about it, and would get too fucking ragey about, like, you know, the off like the special sporting event day. They get upset about like people not being good or whatever, and it's like, chill the fuck out. It's literally like, people are trying it out. If you want people to play your sports, you need to calm the fuck down and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I saw a couple of sports that I didn't mind the look of when I did that, and I was just like, nah, not that invested. Mind you, I did bowling when I was a kid. I was a league bowler. So, I mean, as far as like sports and stuff goes, anything, just about anything indoors, I was cool with. I was not really an outdoorsy person. My brother did more of like the marathon running and shit. I just didn't get anything out of like running endlessly. I didn't mind swimming and shit. But again, like, I tended to prefer things where it was more like people couldn't interfere with my activities or my efforts and stuff like that. Like solo kind of sport activity type things. And that's why I kind of like lent towards like the gym stuff so much more. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that's so long ago, unless like as an adult, if you end up like joining a club or something like that, like a sports club or something, I can really see how like adult people can get like pretty hardcore into it, because you have to invest like a certain amount of time, money and energy into attending it and being part of it and all that kind of stuff. I get that, but still, like, I akin it very much to like the time that I used to take my dog to a dog park. Like, just out of interest, she's like deceased and shit now, but when she was young, I used to try to take her to a dog park, and the people there were just really cliquey. So like, it made it actually horrible to go and like off leash my dog in a park and stuff, just because the people there were just assholes and like all in your face about it. I'm like, I tended to find that some sporty people, not all people, but just like some of the sporty people, at least locally, were kind of like that for some stuff. And like, it makes like the entry level for people like insufferable. You know, why would you want to join something if the people that you'd have to be around all the time are just like fucking awful? You know? Nearly there. I don't know how many of these turrets I've allocated out yet, but I've got like, give or take 40 odd. What do we got? Valuables. Skill trainer for mining. Let's testimonials for what? Unknown threat. Honestly, I don't really want it. Like, if it was, I can't even think of a really good like skill trainer for that. I'd probably take like medical, or I don't even know. Like plants. I'd be more inclined to go for plants or something like that. And a book? Mate, I have books. This helps construction. Oh, I see. I see what this is about now. It's like, help build my base faster. Let's not do that. I also could be going out to these like lumps of stuff at the moment if I wanted to get more trees for home, because I am using the biofuel things. We have like 35 biofuel produced. How am I going with wood? Yeah, still got 11,000. That's getting low. That's getting pretty low. I could send these guys out. Mind you, I should send one of these guys home ASAP, but I should have enough food to send them back. Hold up. Who here is my least valuable person for a trip home? I don't want to send my pacifists. Almost everybody I sent is useful. You do mining. I don't really need a super miner at the moment. Chase would be a good one to go. I need somebody that has a gun to go. And I haven't... Chase doesn't have a partner on the way over. Mai could go. She can do art. I don't need art. And she can do mining. But I don't think she can fight well. So Chase, Mai... Who else we got here? Not you. Star should be a good one. Star can do everything, but she does nothing. I can send Star back. Chase, Star, Mai. What does Tade do? Tade does... He does mining, but he also does construction. I won't send him. You do mining. Ton can go. I don't think any of them have a gun. And Williams I brought over especially. Okay, let's send a couple of people back with the animals. I know they just got here. They're going to be so pissed. It is a long way. It's 14 days or whatever. Okay, let's grab... Chase does have a gun. Let's grab Mai, wherever she is. That's Mai's got a gun. Okay, that's not as bad. And who else was it? My Star's going back. Star doesn't have a gun though. I'll see if I can quickly grab her a gun before she goes. And I don't have a doctor in this group. Snake can probably go. Who else was it? Ton. That's right. Where's Ton? Ton. Ton's got a gun. Okay, but I don't think a single one of these are a medic. So, do I have anybody here that can do medical stuff? Probably should have checked that sooner. Actually, did I send Kimmy in this group? Because if I did... Hold on. Is Kimmy in this group? Is she home? No, Kimmy's back home. Who can do... This is pretty critical. You're able to do 4 on a medical. And the reason why I want to check is because if somebody goes down in a fight, I need somebody to be able to heal them. Chase. No, you can't do that. Yeah, Star can do stuff, but I don't think she can actually do... Oh, she can do medical. Fuck yeah. Okay, she's our medic. Cool. Okay, and let's grab all the animals. Not the cat, not the panthers. So, well, not the panther that I've got here. I'm going to grab everything else. This was like 2 or 3 caravans, I think. It's going to be hard to get this one back out, but we'll see how we go. And you guys, I don't want you to actually carry anything except for maybe food. So, what have you allocated yourselves? Okay, for starters, you're not taking the good medicine. That's extremely wishful thinking. You can take 20 of these, because in case of attack, berries, that's a lot of berries and that's a lot of rice. That would take almost all of that, but I did send it for the animals, so that's okay. That's rotten 14 days. They reckon it's about a 14-day trip. Few packaged survival meals for people. That's almost all the kibble. Yeah, it's all the kibble. Okay. I don't mind that. Let's make that 70. And that should hold them out. If I need to, I can flick a caravan onto them. I mean, a transport pod and feed them. There's going to be a bitch to get this out. Anything over like 10 or 20 fucking animals to caravan is a nightmare. I'm going to double save this. Because fuck packing that again. Who needs rescue? Also, I need Star to have a gun. Hold up. Alligator, what are you doing? Hey, Winters, can I get you to just rescue? Thank you. Don't get me started on people who tell me off. What was it about my dog not being on a leash? Like, I do understand they're coming from, but they tell the message is annoying. Yeah, no, it's not so much about the message of, like, you know, off leash and stuff. It was more so that this group were kind of like, just like, they kind of treated the dog park like it was like their personal backyard. or like property or something like that. So every time I used to try to take it there to like give her a good run, because I got a backyard, right? But like it's not the same as going to a really large open paddock and throwing a ball, right? Especially since she was a border collie, right? So she kind of needed to run. And being able to just absolutely stretch her legs and meet like full sprint and not having to break for a fence. That was what was more important and stuff. But yeah, these people were just like snobs. It was just horrible. I also was going through like all my back, hip and neck injury recovery at the time as well. So like I often needed to sit or lean against something frequently, just because like the pain and shit. I wasn't able to sit, stand, or lay down for like more than 20 minutes at a time. And I could never get access to seats because they were always on it. So I'd always have to like lean up against the fences. Even if I explained like my condition and stuff and requested like even just to sit on an edge of the seat or something, they just like wouldn't make room. And I'm like, that's kind of douchebaggy kind of behavior, honestly. Oh, they look like they're moving them to the next hitching spot. What are you guys doing? I guess, oh, they're moving it up to the next spot. That's okay if they're moving it off. But yeah, that's also so long ago in the past now. I just don't really kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't really come to my mind most of the time. Like, I think about it sometimes, and then I just think of the fact that they're probably still there with like whatever more or less like new pets and stuff they've got, and probably still being douchebags to new people that are trying to use the facilities and stuff. I'm like, there's nothing I could do. My time there has passed, so you know, nothing much. You guys are hunting wild boars, but if I could just get you guys out here, get just to haul in some medicine and some stuff, because there's some stuff out here that's going to last, and there is some stuff that is just not going to. I don't know if you're in the caravan. Yeah, you are. Yeah, there's not much for them to pack up here, honestly. There's not much for them to move. You are moving that one. We get that one moved. I also have like the all these to go and install, and I will grab probably 1 or 2 people to just go and install all these soon. Like, they're not going to have enough power running off the geothermal, honestly. And putting up this is just inviting a really bad raid, but I got to start setting them up eventually. And it's not like it's going to really save me. But I do have to get these animals out of here. Mostly, the more time they kind of spend on the road, the better. Plus, in the absolute worst case scenario, like, I can always... Not that I'd have time to, but I could always send, like, a little transport pod to, like, join them that has, like, food and a proper gunner kind of thing. For, like, their homeward bound trip. They should move pretty fast, realistically. This is not the time for that punch up. Tofu's moving shit and you're going on a caravan, mate. I gotta keep an eye on this guy because he's gonna probably need medical. Unless they happen to stop their punch up. Oh no, there they go. Okay, that's fine. All I was gonna say is like there is a chance that they will just stop. Instead of that, can you just hold that? Because you're not bleeding or anything. Like, you got bruises and shit. Alright. Well, we got a couple more hospital beds and crap. Chase is going on that caravan, so I won't bother with that. I think Sam's coming down here for this. Hauling battery. Tade should be hauling. No, Tade's going to install the thing. Williams is cleaning rock rubble. How about instead of that, you take that bench over and the hospital masterwork bed and stuff. And we'll get all of this out where it's supposed to be. Dodsworth can come and help too. Unloading sail. Yeah, I guess you can keep unloading the prisoner. That's probably a good idea. And then we can haul some medicine and stuff in too. And I'll keep going with the mini turrets. It's good to see that they're installing it. I guess because it doesn't need to be built. They're just doing it. As opposed to like all the land and stuff. Like I said, I've got to kind of like make blocks. Although they did bring like 600 odd blocks, I think. So we should have enough blocks. Is this enclosed? It is. Cool beans. Okay. I know that that's not enclosed, but like I could technically start on like this outer wall and make this like a huge barracksy thing. That's probably not a bad idea. Or since I've got it within the lines of it, just allow what you can allow there. And we'll go up a little bit. Let's see if I can select... Nah, it won't let me. See if I can just select the top stuff. Not going to be perfect, but they could just start working on the in-between the rooms. This will start getting some people some better sleep. This might allow me to space out the 4 prisoners into like 4 individual rooms, which would be better, ideally. Because if a prison break happens, I don't really want the 4 of them to be together, especially since they're like right next to these like backdoor things. I also want this to start getting built, although like one section at a time. Like they'll start building up here. Like they've built all of these, which is great. We've got like roofable areas. Jolly's having a tantrum. That's fine. You guys are pretty much fine here for the moment. How are we going with that transport pod that's got people in it? Crucia, it's ready for launch. Let's go. Get you guys sent back. Alright, now I will have to probably pack this with a couple of people that can do fighting. I don't really want to be sending my best people, but that would be Gugia and Shadow. Gugia? No, it's whatever his fucking name is. Hunting. It starts with a G. Oh, it is Gugia, sorry. That would be to literally land over there and walk back. So yeah, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to send Gugia and Shadow. Shadow's briefly going to visit the colony, and then he's going to get sent home. If I can add him to it in time. So let's go find Gugia. Yep, and let's grab Shadow. I also don't want to send any more animals over there, but